Hey, what's up everyone, Blade here, and welcome back to another video of 7 Deadly Sins Origins. Inside today's video, guys, I'm going to be going ahead and going over the book here because I was massively wrong, as you guys saw inside of the previous clip. Now, this was kind of interesting because honestly, I did think the book was not going to be free to play friendly here, but after going ahead and doing some testing on yesterday's stream, having a couple of my friends run it as well, the book is a lot better than I honestly first expected. So we're gonna dive straight into it and I'm gonna explain exactly why. So with the book itself here, this is one of the few that I was seeing in my first impressions that I felt was a very dupe heavy type just weapon itself. Now, I had a couple people try it at P4, I had some people try it at P5, and with it, what it offers, it actually does what it needs to do pretty darn well. And what I mean by that is going to be the debuff and stun mechanic. Now, both that debuff and stun mechanic is going to be attached to all of its kit here. As we do know, it does a decrease in defense overall. Originally, when I went over the first impressions, the defense itself, I was comparing it to crit resistance and crit defense, when defense itself is all defense related stats. This is actually a lot better than I thought with this, seeing that no matter what, you're always going to get that all defensive stats on the enemy as long as you use the move. You don't have to pull them in, you just have to make sure that the Nightmare Link is on, of course, and then use the move. So now you get the best of both worlds with some of that block rate, even though it's not that much, but you're also triggering the all defense decrease stats in general, making that a lot better than originally thought. Alongside with, of course, just how the link itself is giving you attack buffs, you already have your previous attack buffs and the debuffs itself. But for the star of the show, originally that I was downplaying here, is the blackout field. Now, the blackout field does a shutdown here, and this stops all enemies, making sure that they cannot move whatsoever. They're pretty much going to be a statue, and during this said time, it increases damage taken by 100%. Now, this is only a 5-second window, or so I thought. Apparently, this book can actually be extended as long as you have debuff duration on it. So when it comes down to like debuff duration itself, if you're able to get it on your gear, if you're able to, of course, go ahead and get debuff duration on your armor, it will help you out a ton more. So inside of today's video, guys, this is the armor set I'm going to be wearing. Reason being is because we have the 4-piece set that is actually giving you a little bit extra pierce just in case you're trying to not get blocked, as well as if you do get blocked, you get your tag gauge restored and perseverance, and alongside of some extra 20% HP. This is going to be the 4-set life crystal set, and this is what I'm recommending mainly because, of course, it helps you out with just survivability, and these pieces are honestly all pretty darn just usable here. You don't have to have anything too crazy on them and it works just fine. Alongside with the Venom Spindle combat boots, this seems to be the best choice. Now, I know a lot of people are saying, why aren't you trying the arcane gear set? Well, for one, I don't have the arcane gear set, and for two, if you go ahead and read it as well here, it says it does help out our ultimate move damage for the 5-piece set, but if magic points are greater or at least at 6 when using this said skill, it gives you buff and duration, what's it called, increases by 10% or 10 seconds. Now, the issue is when you're using this ult, all your magic points are going to be drained. Unless you are quickly getting back your magic points for that 10-second interval, it's kind of impossible to get that buff and duration increase. Now, granted, I'm not able to test this, so if someone is able to prove me wrong, please do tell me down below in the comment section and I'll correct this video immediately. But from what I'm doing in theory crafting here, you won't be able to get that buff and duration debuff itself, seeing that you're already going to be using your magic points by using the 5 that you have for the character. If you're already also using this character with Merlin, you won't have enough magic points, at least in your damage window, to even try to do this to begin with. So I don't think it's going to be very probable to do it itself. But utilizing these little pieces here, you're helping out your debuff duration efficiency, which is going to go in tandem with your ultimate. For some extra things that could also help you out in gameplay wise, using the Dark Chaos earrings also help you out with debuff duration efficiency, allowing you to pretty much get that even longer so. But also, if you are hitting an enemy with a burst activated, which you will have a burst activated when using this character, you're decreasing their crit defense. So this is allowing you not only to get a little bit more of the extra debuff duration, but it is also allowing you to take down the enemy's crit defense even more so, along with your defense related stats. Then if we pair this with the Crimson Flame Oath ring, as well as just the Life Crystal necklace, this is allowing you to get some extra magic charging. But when you're ever using the Crimson Flame Oath ring here, on the chance that you're using your ultimate move, which you will be using that, it's going to consume 100 from your magic gauge every 1 second. With this at least going up to 8 seconds, you get fire damage off of this as well, allowing you to also burn the boss at hand. So after testing this, I immediately will say this is fantastic. You guys are going to see what I mean here. Now we do have potentials here, so do keep this in mind, but we don't have the 10th potential, which gives us the extra 3 seconds. If we're thinking about this for a little bit here, Gowther should only have the buff itself on the enemy for a good 5 seconds. Though if we're able to at least perform this correctly here, you're going to have this on the enemy a lot longer than just 5 measly seconds. I'd like to introduce you all to a reoccurring sponsorship of mine that allows me to save a ton of money on 7DS Origin, and that's Loot Bar. Loot Bar is a top-up website that is trusted, secure, and immensely cheaper than many in-game stores, in which you may have heard of it quite often if you're in the gacha gaming space, and for good reason. Lootbar.gg is my main way of saving money, seeing that you can get up to 20% off on many games and their currency. The way that they do this is by using official top-up channels, unlike unauthorized sellers do, in which I use them quite often. But not only for just 7DS Origin, but my main game P5X, Duet Night Abyss, and that's always been the thing on this channel. I'm a little bit of a cheapskate, so of course, if I can save some money, it obviously has helped me out a lot. They're pretty fast and reliable, and the more you use them, well, the faster it's gonna end up being. All you gotta do is click my link down below, which will give you various deals for in-game items, all on 7DS Origins. Give it a little bit of time, and the item that you purchase will be delivered for you to enjoy. If you'd like to support the channel and consider, of course, staying around, consider checking that Loot Bar link down below. It really does help me out and allows me to make good videos like this all the time. But with this out of the way, let's go ahead and check into the video. So let's go ahead and try it again versus this boss. I'm going to do it the same way that I did the last time. I'm only going to shift back and forth, just trying to get up my magic charging till I'm able to go ahead and test this out, or at least till I'm able to go ahead and pop off an ultimate, so you guys won't have to worry about me going ahead and trying to do anything extra. But if we go ahead and see this here, pop back on in because I know we need the extra magic charging. I'm going to go ahead and pop off my life link and the Q, and then from here we can use our R. Now if we sit here and wait for a little bit, we can obviously see that this lasts for a lot longer than 5 seconds. We're also getting a lot more damage into, at least with the burns itself, while still getting up our magic charging efficiency. If I'm able to go ahead and swap back in here and do what we just did again, we'll not only be able to get our magic charge back on up by just swapping in and out of our Gowther here, but we'll have it up immediately. Now granted, that Petrify will not be active again for another like 26 seconds, as it say. You have to pay attention to that gold debuff, but you already have max, what's it called, max efficiency for all your characters. So during this time period that you're waiting, for example, you could very well just say, okay, I want to go ahead and pop off a burst during this said period, going ahead and doing what you want to do as per usual. You would then have enough time to go back to your Gowther, pop off the ult again, and do whatever you really want to do. Now granted, I did that before our little gold debuff went away, so it didn't petrify him again. In order to get the petrification off twice, you need to make sure that that gold debuff is actually gone. Once that is done, you'll pretty much be able to petrify him again and take advantage over what happens at hand. But this pretty much changes the whole deal, and I just got absolutely smacked, by the way. This pretty much just changes the whole deal of how Gowther does perform. Originally, when I said that I thought this character was kind of bad, it just wasn't properly shown, really. And I do like that now it gives a little bit more depth into the character and allows you to just kind of enjoy yourself a little bit more. So on the off chance, let's say we do our ult here. We get the combined attack on off. We nearly have just enough to go ahead and do whatever we want to do here. We now are getting very, very close to our magic charge efficiency. and our burst is still active. So during this set period, boop, use that, and obviously you guys can see we're dealing a lot more. We have the defense decrease on here. We have everything that we need for our actual decrease itself, which is being procced on the enemy. Defense decreased by 20%. We're obviously getting our crit defense down from the resentful torch, and the defense or the damage taken increase as well, which is always going to be very helpful. But this is a cool thing I ended up finding out. So as always, if you guys did enjoy the video, please do hit the like button and subscribe button, and we're gonna just close it out right here. This is awesome. I'm gonna continue doing some tests with my Gowther, and I can't wait till we get P10 to actually see how long we can really extend that debuff duration. But till then, everybody, peace out.